coming at you live on Christmas Day, middle of the day. I wonder my lights, but I was like taking off all the lights. I was taking down the tree because I'm sick of it. I put it up like November 3rd because I get like, I don't know, I get Christmassy around that time. So let's talk about family shit, right? That is so fun. Family shit. Why? Why can't people just be normal and like get along and have fun? Because it's ego. Everybody has an ego, right? Hi. Hi, what's up? I'm invited to a big party. I'm not going to go because I got to work, baby. Got to work. Anyway, yeah, here's my Trump merch. I only got one little thing, but I'm building it up, baby. So, what happened this year? Travesty, total travesty with my family. There's 12 of us. Let's set the tone. 12 children. 8 girls, 4 boys. My brother got sick this year. He got esophageal cancer. Devastating to all of us. Here's we had a kindred spirit, between us since I was little, since I was probably 5, I guess. He was very jovial, let's say. He brought a lot of sunshine into the room. Any subject he could make you laugh. Like he would just have a comment on it. He really quick-witted comedian, high intelligence. This guy. So he got esophageal cancer. We found out in July of this year, right? He was in the hospital, and I do holistic medicine, right? So people either love me or hate me because they it could be a fearful thing if you don't know what it entails. I mean, it's medicine before the Nazi white coat Agenda 21 big pharma came into reality, Western medicine, which is good, I know. But if we could, just assimilate the natural with instead of always knocking the natural, because there's a lot of cures, and big pharma doesn't like cures. I mean, who wants their business fucked with, right? The oil company doesn't want the electric cars. It's a threat. Many threats around this time in our century. So back to the family. Depressing, really. So we're all devastated that he's sick. He's our oldest brother. He was my mom's little brother, actually. And my mom adopted him, and he became our brother, uncle. So we called him a Brunko, but we didn't tell him. We called him Brunko. We just said that between us. Kind of some dumb joke, but he would, he had sadness in his heart ever since he was born, because he was left as a child in a shack at 3 years old. So he had a lot of unresolved issues, like, why didn't anybody love me as a baby? He told us stories about what happened when they left him for 3 days in a shack, and he had to sit there and make his own coffee, and that's all he had to eat. It's just sad. So he had a very sad life. My brother, precious brother. And anyway, I started going to the hospital when he was sick, and just being with him. First, I was afraid to, because I didn't want to push my alternative medicine. But when he got home and I said, I have these things for you, and my sister bought him a bunch of stuff too, because he had to eat with a tube. So it bypasses the stomach, the J tube, and it goes into the large intestine. So he did that to sustain life, right? Couldn't swallow, couldn't enjoy food, couldn't drink anything. He was always spitting. This is a very hard cancer. And let me say, if you have acid reflux, please address that right away, because that's what can happen if you don't address this acid reflux problem, it erodes into your esophageal lining and then it causes cancer here. And he had a big tumor. So, a very religious man, and driven by some fears of religion, he was. So, he didn't want the chemo, and I don't blame him. There was other alternative therapies, and he was afraid. So, but he did a little bit of what we knew for healing. It was too late when we got to him. So when he allowed us in, because he was afraid that everybody was against him, because his family wanted hospice right away, and he did not. He did not want hospice, and that is okay. So when he understood that I was on his team, he's like, "Can you help me?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll be here with you." And his family was like, "You can't do that. You are getting too close to him. He's depending on you too much. It's time for you guys to split up." I'm like, "What? Split up? I mean, he's my brother." And I don't know. They were just threatened somehow because he clung on to me, and I'm okay with that. I was scared, because I don't know what to do either. And I made appointments for his alternative therapies and stuff, and he did not want them. So it was just, fear was driven. He was driven by fear. Not good. We have to address our problems right away, you guys. When you get something, you have to address it. Don't put it off. And I mean, I see my holistic doctor, so I'm constantly working on my shit. I'll be in my 60s in 2.5 years. That's frightening to me. But you don't have to be sick. You don't have to. You address each illness as it comes up. Our health is a onion. You peel it a layer by layer, to get into the deep wounds and the deep emotional things that cause illnesses. Anyway, I know I'm jumping around. So here my brother's put into his wife, somehow let him go down to 2.5 hemoglobin, which is near death. And he finally went to the hospital. I mean, then when he got his blood built up and everything, and he was joking again, and he felt alive, and they put him in this rehab. And when I came to see him at the rehab, well, I met him there with the ambulance drove him from the hospital. He didn't want me to leave, and his leg was starting to swell. So I noticed that, and I'm like, I called, it was the weekend, and I said to the nurse, his leg's swelling. What are we going to do about that? Must be kidney, right? So we, my brother, he's like, I don't want that shit they're giving me. I want my holistic food because it doesn't have GMOs in it. He's that smart. He's that mindful to understand that the stuff they were giving him was sugar and it feeds tumors, because they don't have holistic tube feeding products. I mean, they do, but not in the hospital. So I slept with him one night, and then he got up at 2 and he said, I don't want to be here. I'm like, okay, my car's out here. I'll fucking pick you up, and I'm going to take you to the hospital. Because he denied the food, and they said, we're not giving you any water. It's a whole rigmarole. You have to do this and that. You have to mind them when you're in the hospital. You have to do their protocols, or else whatever. So he signed himself out, and we went to the hospital, found out he had 2 blood clots in his leg. And he got some treatment over there. And in the meantime, he wanted to take a shower over there, and they wouldn't let him. So he flooded the hospital room and the hallway. His wife then proceeds to abuse him and say he's faking his cancer, and that me and my mom ruined him, all of his sisters. He's a manipulator. He's this and that. And I was calling him honey baby, and she said that was not allowed. Insane fucking shit with this bitch. Come to find out, I said, my dear brother, have you been being abused your whole life with this woman? 40 some years, whatever. They have 5 kids. And he shook his head, and I believe them. And come to find out, I've heard many abuse stories from my kids. I mean, it's not only women that can be abused, people. Any human being that is vulnerable, that has been abused as a child, can become an abused adult, in which they are very much a target for these sociopaths and narcissists, which his wife, I hate to say, is a narcissist. So that's how we get into the story of the family's bullshit at this Christmas time. Because of the politics of me taking my brother out of the rehab, they called the police on me. I took him home, and my sister and I, we made him, we fixed the bed so he could have like a hospital style bed, and we catered to his every wish, which in my book is a holy process because God ordained it. I'm telling you. And my other sister, she's like, "You guys did bad." I asked them to come over and help us. We needed washcloths and things, and we needed help. We needed help with him. He's a big guy and he lost a lot of weight, but he needed help from the chair to the bed to the shower to the potty to the, you know what I'm saying? So it was a very, very grievous time and suffering. To watch someone suffer, you suffer so much. And all as we tried to do, he wanted to do all these modalities, different things. It was late in the game because the cancer was taking over. And, knowing the things I know about cancer treatments and holistic and stuff like that, we have to like be on the the offense, the before, you have to work at it before disaster comes. Because once disaster hits you, you're fucked. Yeah, this is very solemn. So my whole family is like, you did that. You took him out of the rehab, and the 5 cops showed up to my house because this shit. We took him out of the second rehab. He went in and out of the hospital, and he went into rehab twice. And he asked his wife, "Can I come home, please?" And she said, "No, not until you are able to walk to the bathroom like a normal human being." Excuse me. He's he has cancer and he's dying. You don't talk to that. She said also, "Why don't you get a Planet Fitness membership?" He couldn't even move his arms. They made him go through rehab and made him suffer more. It's just ungodly what I saw. And he's like, "You're not my wife." She wouldn't take him home. And he looks at me. He's like, "Can I come home with you?" What would you say? What would you say? Hmm? Can I come home with you, sister? I don't think you would say no. And that's what I told my oldest sister, because she's like, "You should have met the protocol and you should have left him in there because that's the way it was gonna be. He's supposed to die inside there so Sue didn't have to wipe his ass," his wife. And that's what she told him and told us. She didn't want to wipe his ass anymore. So we're like, "We'll wipe his ass. We'll take care of him." You know, that's the reality of illness and life and death, bitch, and marriage. Marriage, well, love till death do you part, and all that crap. But whatever, she likes her Steve Madden bags and stuff like that, so that's important to her. So that's what. Now my sisters are separated. My oldest sister, she's like, "You took him," and she called the police on us because we took him out of the second rehab because he asked. He signed himself out. I didn't steal the book, man. He's a grown man. And the police came and were like, "Go into the bedroom and talk to John," is his name, and he will tell you the story as much as he can talk, which he could barely talk because of the cancer. But to abuse a sick man and you're his wife, and then the sisters collect with the wife because she's got them under some mind control bullshit that I'm the bad one. And she even told me and my sister, "Yes, I'm jealous because you take care of him better." Jealous? Why don't you just help me take care of him? We can all take care of him, you freak. And then nobody has to get a Pulitzer Prize or whatever you fucking get, Nobel Peace Prize. No. Okay, you are fucking cuckoo. And her son even said, well, she competes with everybody. I'm like, well, she's insane. Okay, because here is a man who's dying. And we are not talking about our ego and who gets what and best stuff. And fuck you, bitch. So this is a family shit at Christmas. And Christmas comes up and, oh, my oldest sister, I can't talk to you because you went against the protocol of the white coat. And the white coat is God. But the man himself has cancer and says, I don't want the white coat. I want to stay at your house, Teresa. I said, baby, mi casa, su casa. You can have whatever I have. I take care of you at my best. I am your servant. And that is how we should be to each other. And that is what Christmas is about. Sacrificing, correct? God sent his son to sacrifice for our sins. Right? So, being Christian, we ain't perfect and we swear we're fucking assholes. Big deal. Those fake Christians, yeah. And then you have the other people that, oh, hate Jesus. I'm like, okay, do whatever you want. It doesn't bother me. But as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord the best we know how. And that is to serve one another. That is what Christmas is about. Serving one another. Being grateful. The whole season of Thanksgiving and everything is to be grateful and to realize that what is important are the people. Okay? I've been blessed. I've been blessed with my home. My boyfriend left. It's been a bitch. It's been hard. I fell on my knees. I can't work hardly. But for some reason, I am sustained. I work hard, and I gamble a little bit hard too much. We got to stop that in 2020. But so here we are, separated, the family, all the girls. See, there ain't no strong men in our family. So we got a bunch of sissies, right? Except for my brother. He's good. But he's out. He's gone. And my other brother in California, he's whatever. He's in California. That says a lot, right? But he was good to me when he was here. We just are lacking that strong testosterone of male to protect the women. We don't have that. With 8 girls, and one is in heaven, our oldest sister. We need some strong ass men to knock these bitches down because the bitches think they're going to start making the rules, in the family. Like, no, we don't do that here. We don't do that. We blah, 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 blah. And it's a fight between the conservatives and liberals and the medical and the big pharma and the natural. That is our family, right? So I am now outed because of doing what my brother asked me to do when he was sick. That's all you can do. That is all you can do is serve somebody's wishes, whatever they are. When they're dying, I'm not going to force my agenda, say hospice, which was their agenda. And I believe in hospice too, but when the person wants it, when the person doesn't want it, oh, no. We don't go against people's wishes unless they're in a state where they can't say. But he was not in that state. But they put him in that state, so. I felt bad too when he had to go. And they let him fall on the floor, and it was a travesty, but that's why our family is separated this Christmas. Most Christmases, I'm always the one who, like, I'm Santa Claus, let's go get that place, let's do this. And, I wanted our family to be together. I love family. But it sucks because now, guess what? I think they're insecure, because when you're not insecure, you can understand people's stances. You respect their differences, from you and them. It's called respect, and you're not threatened by their thoughts or their any of their ways if it's a different modality than yours. You understand? Yeah. So, but anyway, I celebrated with my children and it was lovely. The kids danced and we do our line dancing and we have good food and nobody flips out. And I found out I'm going to be a great grandmother today. I got 2 more miracles coming. My daughter now will have 7, 8 grandkids and 1 great grandchild. All the good for great grandma, don't I? It's all that not big pharma. That's for damn sure. It's all the natural stuff. I'm on DHEA now because, man, let me tell you. And I think that stuff helps you pee. So, because I peed a lot yesterday. I don't drink anymore. I had to quit. Because once you get older, your kidney and everything starts backing up. So you really got to be careful with your body. And you got to make sure those fluids are moving out of the cells. You want to take a nice Cal Ammo. That's a salt that pulls the bad fluids, the toxins out of the cell. And that's by standard process. I can find it for you. I should have got it out while I was doing my stuff. You wouldn't believe it. I fucking found it. And I have a big bag of stuff. See that? This stuff helps you pee off water. And it helps the natural pH of your body be in balance. So I better take some right now. Because I did eat some cake. Like a fat kid love cake. Old grandmas didn't even know wraps. How do you like that? I just use I do distill water. I know it pulls the minerals out, but it takes out toxins. So you have to replenish with a mineral if you're going to drink distilled water. Which I love the fulvic minerals. Just check that out. FULVIC. Fulvic minerals. It's really cute when you look it up on Google. It says better than dirt. Like, I'll be darned. She even reads it like that. So, is Google so bad? Sometimes. Anyway, I watched Alex Jones the other day. Boy, he looks good. He said he's taken all of his minerals again and his supplements that he sells. He's like, I'm taking my own stuff. You got to. Look. We were made from the dirt. So the body runs off of everything that is in the dirt. And if you don't have everything that's in the dirt in your body, it's going to misfire, like a little piston. So we want to make sure all of our 8 cylinders are running high. So, right? And they're running on click, 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 click. They're firing on 8 cylinders. Maybe we got more than 8. How many chakras we got? They say 7. Some say what? 14? 7. 7 chakras. Yeah. Yes. Solar plexus. It's beautiful, to know about your energy source, which is God. But if your antenna is not working, and like yesterday, my favorite Martian antennas. But if your antennas are not on, you will not receive that frequency like we're radio. We have vibration and frequencies. We want to make sure we are turned right on that dial so we can pick up all the good things that God has, he's trying to give us. So let's go back to the fucking family about all the bullshit. right? I have information. I can give you information about the body and stuff, but today we're going to talk about the emotional stuff of the holiday because we all feel it. I mean, it comes to like the ahead at the end of the year, we all look back and what did we do? What did we accomplish? How are our relationships with our people? You know, and I love to have like fun stuff. I love to have parties. I am a cook. I love to have a lot of, I love to entertain, you know, and I love to, of course, I'm a drummer in a band. So, you know, me showboating. But I love to have people over and enjoying themselves, and I love to give. I love to serve. That's why I was born, right? But then I get kicked in the face for doing my job. I get pissed, and it makes me want to pull back and not even be my original self. The giver and the lover that I am, it makes me want to reserve my precious pearls. You know, because swine keep coming in and oinking their ass away and getting in there and taking my pearls. I, I don't understand how people can. Well, I do understand because it's called projection. We see it every day on the TV. What's happening in the political realm? That's a lot of projection going on. They've been projecting ever since before he got into office. Oh, we're gonna impeach that motherfucker. Yeah. We'll find something because he's kind of they know he can fucking go off on a dime. They're like, we'll get that motherfucker. Yeah. Anybody knows if you provoke a person that, you know, doesn't act politically correct, you know, they know they can get you. They know they will get you because you're going to trip out one day because you can't hold your fire. They know it. They'll be like, you can hold yours because you are one of the people that can just provoke and be the narcissist that you are and the sociopath. And then you're going to provoke that crazy person into being like crazy. And then you're going to say it's all his fault. I was in like 5 of those relationships. That's why I don't do it. And your sisters can do it to you too. Like this has been going on for like fucking 3 years with my little sister too. And I come to the conclusion I'm a very strong personality because I'm an Aries and I'm a leader and I'm a firstborn and I'm fucking, you know, I want my way and shit like that. But I do give people I'll give people the stage, you know, I like to lift people up and stuff. I sit back because I know I'm okay with myself. I'm not, maybe I'm a little bit insecure. I mean, but I don't I need to prove anything and I don't have a very big ego, I don't think. Maybe. I hope to God not. I hate that. I always try to check myself. But my little sister said bad things about me. Because, like, I was a stripper since I was 19, I think, 18 or 19. My mom's girlfriend um, was a stripper and she showed me how to do it and all that stuff. Because I was a waitress. She's like, you want to make some real money, honey? This was when they had jukeboxes and nylons and nobody touched you and you dance on the table and you got dollars, right? But you got a paycheck. So I was like, my dad had left my mother because, you know, fucking alcoholic bullshit in our family. My mom started drinking and that was the end of that shit. And she decides to get a job in whatever. The women's lib came in. It destroyed everything, didn't it? I don't believe in feminism, women's lib, even though you might think I would be a feminist. I'm not. I am a traditionalist. And I'm a woman. Hear me roar. Ah, I have a hot flash. Any fucking way. So I got a job stripping when I was 19. You know, I'm like, fucking hey, I'm not getting 50-cent tips at the fucking cafe. I'm getting $10 tips. You know what I'm saying? Wow. 10, 20, 100. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I was young, beautiful, skinny. You know, you're a child, and most men are pedophiles. And I don't mean to say that. I love men, but you know, the older men, they like young chicks. That's not a fucking newsflash. That's a true statement. So I took advantage of that, and they took advantage of me. Whatever happens, it's a give and take. But so I told my sisters about it. You know, my mom had gotten me into the stripping, and she didn't mean it. She was only trying to help, and she was confused herself. She didn't have a man. My dad had left, you know, because he found a 17-year-old chick. Talking about pedophile. So they're all doing their fucking thing, leaving the kids. We were left to our own um, resources, which was nothing. Since we didn't have education or anything, I'm gonna check out who's writing me. Blah blah blah, Dee Dee. Merry Christmas. Oh, so gonna get a lot of that. So I brought in my little sisters. My mom actually brought in my little sister, and then the little baby sister. She and I had no idea, but she always hated my guts. I'm like, why? I have no idea. I thought just weird shit. But I think it's jealousy. Her husband said she was very jealous. But I tried to like love my sisters and say, "Come on, everybody, let's make this money, and we're sisters, and we can do this." And you know, it's a great little gold mine at the strip club here. And you know, my dad didn't like it, but I'm like, "Yeah, who the fuck are you? You did put me through college, show your face." So, and then I get blamed for bringing my sisters in. I'm like, "You stupid bitches! I could have had all the money to myself, by the way." But so my sister accused me of letting her get molested or that I would molested her, some fucking weird shit. And I'm like, funny, I never heard of this until just 3 years ago after you got divorced from your husband. And I went over there and talked to him about it, and you were mad. So all of a sudden, I'm the bad person. So the family is got these breakdowns because there's so many women and there's not enough men to like equal it out. You know, you gotta have balance wherever. And that male energy can help the female, you know, like be logical, because in our family there is no fucking logic, even though they think they're all like logical leftists, but they're not. They're just irrational, emotional wah-wahs. And I'm telling the fucking truth, because you know what? I'm not going to sit there and just like sugarcoat it and say big words and stuff like that. Like, just look at myself talk. I'm telling the truth. So I know all about that fucking garbage. I really want to tell you, I'm so intellectual, and I have intellectualisms, and I just want to say all these big conglomerates, gobbledygooky words. I'm a fucking writer, okay? I know exactly how to talk to people. I know how to get it across my ideas without that, you know, the falsehoods of all of these intellectual words. Even though I'm a pretty smart cat. Maybe you think I'm not. I don't really give a freak. But I know from my own experience, and I know from my heart. I know from what my intention. Okay. And intentions are what drives the whole bus. Right? Whatever your intentions are, that's basically, you know, if it's good or bad. So my intentions as a sister was everybody, we can actually have tampons and toothpaste and stuff like that. We don't have to wipe our ass with our dad's sock. What do you think about that? We can buy toilet paper, common strip. Sorry, but that's how it was. You know, we had to wear our dad's socks. That was crap when we were little. It's just dumb. Why? When there's money on this planet. There's money. And guess what? You can be a millionaire. You can do whatever you want. If an 8-year-old kid can go on YouTube and make $28 million in 1 year. Oh, really? I'm getting all my kids. I'm telling you, all my kids, the grandkids, and the great grandkids going to have his own show when he comes out. Or she. Whatever. We're going to teach him how to do this. Even though I was, see, just like I got my sisters in stripping and everything, now I'm blamed for it. I'm like, excuse me, but I could have let you motherfuckers suffer, okay? And you want to have any money and piss off. Freaks. Nobody, if they don't like you, they will find an excuse not to like you, to blame you for every fucking thing that is their problem, right? Oh, my sister, she brought me into stripping and I got molested, but I'm a slut. Okay. All right. Wait, you're a slut and you've already had an abortion, so fuck off. That's what I deal with, this motherfucking shit. These are my truths. And I don't care. I don't have to talk like a leftist, and cry like a baby. And everybody on you must feel your feelings and stuff. Yeah, I feel pissed. That's about all I feel. Because for some reason, I say, bitches, you can be strong. You can have whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And I guess some people would find that intimidating. Mm-hmm. And you can become envious or jealous because of a strong-spirited woman, person, human, dog, cat, whatever, fuck. Right? Y'all ain't got to be jealous of me, because all I have done in my life is try to make life better for others. But, I decided I'm almost 60 years old. I guess I'm going to take a little time for myself now. Because I've given all I can give. I'll give to my children, my people. But no longer will I waste my pearls on swine. And that goes for men, too. I had a finance motherfucker, German engineer. Never took me to Germany to meet his mommy. That was a big sign there. Okay, so off those subjects, but this is what me and my granddaughter did. She made this today. Is it? She's 18. Isn't she precious? I have a picture. Look at that. That's badass shit. I've been working on this myself. This is a little scene of like winter. How about that? I love roads that go to nowhere. We are on the road to nowhere. So I almost finished this motherfucker, and I put a little thing over here, which I just didn't want to have same old shit going on over there. I get tired of stuff. I put it down. I'm like, I don't want to do it no more. I'm an Aries. We want to do shit like fast and right now. And if it don't get done, we're like, I'm going to leave that project for 20 years. I'll finish it later. That's how I am. I'm horrifying. I need to, like, if I got a project, I need to finish it. Like, I used to re-wallpaper my house. Buddy, let me tell you, it's so funny. A friend of mine used to say, there's got to be at least 1/4 of an inch of paint on your house, because I would just keep repainting it, remodeling, redoing. I kind of gave up on that now. Because, my kids are growing up and stuff. That's sad. That's a hard time when you don't have, like, anybody to serve now. Like your kids, you want to serve them. Like tonight I said, look, come over and play poker. I get along with my kids. Sort of. Sometimes I really got to button my lip. It's hard for Aries to button their lips. What are we on? What time are we on? Nobody's watching anyway. 39 minutes, I think. I hope my eyeballs get better. Let me tell you, it's a bitch when you can't see. Cannot see, my German boyfriend used to say, my ex. I cannot see. Oh, you're so funny, Nazi. He was funny, but I guess I just was infatuated with his good looks and tallness and German accent. Hotness. Don't fall in love with a hot guy from Europe if you're an American girl, because it will never work. No. You must fall in love with yourself first. That's what I'm learning, baby. Learn to love yourself. But anyway, about the family, it's a bitch. We had a lot of tragedy this year. I mean, that's just one story. There's a couple more, but you don't want to hear that shit, do you? You're only one person looking at me anyway. Last time we had some people on our live chat. How many people am I? At least 3. Women. We're many people. Anyway, I should say goodbye because I'm going to try to get ready for a poker game. If my kids come over, I have to bribe them. So I don't have any cash. But I have pineapple upside down cake and stuffed cabbage. Anyway, try to get along with your people that you do love and that you care about. And if it's worth it, if the relationship is worth it, fight for that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Fight for it. I used to. I mean, I did with all my sisters at each and every time. But if they're not fighting back for me, I give. Uncle, I cry uncle now. So, and we have a great Merry Christmas. It's almost over. It's fucking gorgeous outside in Michigan. The sun is setting. Let's go out there. Let's take a little walk. I'm not even hooked up, so why not? Check this out. Can you see that? That's beautiful. I'm getting a head rush. Woo! It's gorgeous. This is Christmas Day. I guess global warming is doing its thing. It's global warming. If we are, it's just because we're in an elliptical cycle in the orbit. I'm so smart. I just repeat stuff. I didn't make it up. I ain't no scientist. No. Okay, so I'm going to call the kids and then we will see you guys. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about going into the new year, okay? If you're interested in my point of view, which I hope you are. So I got lots to talk about. And it sounds like Mr. Rogers, don't it? And we'll have things we'd like to talk about. I will too. Anyway, this is Tressa Lee, a.k.a. Teresa. Then we're going to read my book. Okay? So, bye. Try to get along with people. If they don't want to get along, fuck it. Auf Wiedersehen. That's what you say. Okay. Love you all. See you soon. Yeah, tomorrow. Bye.